Today's conversation begins with a story about a coin that not only carries history in its design but also a secret that only a few eyes have ever truly appreciated. Picture holding in your hand a piece of America's monetary legacy, a coin that has quietly evolved from a simple circulating currency to a prized collectible that tells its own tale. Let's start with the 1976 U.S. 1 dime. The 1976 dime, part of the venerable Roosevelt series that has been in circulation since the mid-20th century, carries a legacy of its own. While its overall design remains true to the classic portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, this particular year holds a distinctive chapter in U.S. minting history. It was a time when the nation was reflecting on its storied past, and every coin produced seemed to embody that reflective spirit. In 1976, the United States was celebrating its bicentennial, a period of remembrance and pride, and even though the dime did not receive a complete overhaul in design, subtle variations and minting nuances began to capture the attention of seasoned collectors. Collectors have long been intrigued by the story behind this coin. Some believe that within the vast production run of dimes from that year, a few specimens developed minor anomalies during the minting process. These errors were never intended to be a part of the design but instead became accidental hallmarks of rarity. For example, a slight misalignment or an off-center strike might appear in just a handful of coins, setting them apart from the thousands that rolled off the press without incident. This unforeseen twist in production has led to a situation where a normally common coin becomes a coveted rarity when found in exceptional condition. The craftsmanship behind the 1976 dime is impeccable if you look closely. The finely detailed bust of President Roosevelt, the sharp lettering, and the intricate balance of the coin's elements all speak to a long tradition of excellence. However, for collectors, the true allure often lies in the subtleties, the almost imperceptible flaws that signal an error. These minute differences require a trained eye and a deep appreciation for the minting process. When one of these rare deviations is identified, it instantly transforms what might seem like an ordinary coin into an extraordinary artifact of American history. Auction records over the years have begun to reflect this growing interest. In recent years, coins from 1976 that exhibit these unique traits have fetched impressive sums at auctions, especially when they present in near-perfect condition. While a standard 1976 dime might not command a premium, an error coin or a specimen with that elusive quality can see its value multiply several times over. Auction houses have reported bids that sometimes reach into the low thousands of dollars for coins graded in mint state conditions such as MS 65 and above. This phenomenon is a testament to the coin's appeal among collectors who are constantly on the lookout for that one piece that tells a deeper story than its face value suggests. What makes these coins even more fascinating is the range of conditions in which they are found. Coins that have spent decades in circulation, with the wear and tear of everyday use, typically do not garner the same level of attention. However, when a 1976 dime is preserved in pristine condition, it becomes a snapshot of minting perfection from a transformative period in American history. The difference in value between a well-circulated coin and one in a mint state is striking. A circulated coin, though still of interest, usually sells for a modest premium relative to face value. On the other hand, an uncirculated specimen, especially one verified by reputable grading services, can become the centerpiece of any collection. Beyond the technical aspects, there's a human element interwoven with the coin's legacy. There are intriguing stories that have surfaced over the years, tales of collectors who stumbled upon a 1976 dime in a jar of forgotten treasures or discovered one tucked away in an old coin album that once belonged to a family member. One such story involves a retired mint worker who, during the later years of his career, casually mentioned how a batch of dimes from 1976 had once caught his eye due to an unusual strike error. Over time, that coin came to represent not only a piece of mint history but also the serendipitous moments that make collecting so rewarding. Such anecdotes add a layer of sentimental value to the coin, making it more than just a piece of metal but a relic imbued with personal and national history. When you hold a well-preserved 1976 dime, it isn't just the physical attributes that draw your attention, it's the entire narrative encapsulated in its small frame. Every detail, from the finely chiseled lines on Roosevelt's portrait to the meticulous inscription of "In God We Trust" and "Liberty," hints at a story of American resilience and pride. These details have become the benchmarks by which collectors judge the authenticity and desirability of a coin. For those who have studied the evolution of U.S. coinage, the 1976 dime serves as a reminder of an era when the country was coming to terms with its past and looking ahead to a hopeful future. It's interesting to note how condition impacts the overall value of these coins. Collectors place significant emphasis on grading, with coins in mint state conditions dramatically outperforming their circulated counterparts. Even within mint state categories, there is a hierarchy, from MS-60 to MS-70, each level representing a refinement of preservation. A 1976 dime graded at MS-65 can attract considerable interest if it also bears one of those sought-after error marks, while the same coin in a circulated condition might only catch the eye of a casual collector. This condition-based variation in value highlights the importance of careful handling and preservation, and it underscores the fact that in the world of coin collecting, every detail counts. The market for these coins is as dynamic as it is fascinating. Over the past few decades, trends have shifted as more collectors have come to appreciate the subtle intricacies of mint errors and production anomalies. Auction houses and private sales continue to play a significant role in establishing the coin's current market value, which can fluctuate based on demand, rarity, and overall condition. While some standard specimens might trade hands at a nominal premium, the rarer error varieties have created a niche market where collectors are willing to invest heavily for a piece of minting history that is as rare as it is well crafted. The allure of the 1976 U.S. One dime is not solely based on its potential for investment, but also on the joy of the hunt. Many collectors relish the challenge of sifting through countless coins in search of that one specimen that meets their exacting standards. The thrill of discovering an error coin, particularly from a year as symbolically significant as 1976, is unmatched. It's the kind of moment that reaffirms one's passion for collecting, a reminder that sometimes, even the most familiar items can surprise you with a hidden depth of value. As we explore the story of the 1976 dime, it becomes clear that this coin is far more than just a means of daily transaction. It is a historical artifact, a piece of American art, and a symbol of a pivotal moment in the nation's heritage. Whether you are an experienced collector or someone who appreciates the finer nuances of numismatic history, the journey of the 1976 U.S. One dime is a captivating blend of craftsmanship, historical context, and the unexpected twists that make collecting such a rewarding pursuit. Now that we've unraveled the story behind this fascinating coin, from its historical background and unique production quirks to its current market dynamics and the anecdotes that bring it to life, it's easy to see why it remains a treasured find among those who understand the true value of rare coins. Following that intriguing exploration of the 1976 dime, let's shift our focus to another gem from the same family of coins, the 1983 U.S. One dime. This coin carries its own distinct legacy and subtleties that set it apart, even as it shares the familiar design featuring President Roosevelt's portrait. The 1983 dime emerged during a period when America was steadily modernizing its minting processes while still holding tight to the traditions that had defined its currency for decades. The story of the 1983 dime is interwoven with an era of technological advancements and shifts in production techniques. During this time, the U.S. Mint was embracing new machinery and refining its quality control measures. While these updates were intended to streamline production, they also resulted in slight variations that have caught the attention of experienced collectors. Unlike its 1976 predecessor, the 1983 dime often exhibits a cleaner, more uniform strike thanks to improved equipment, yet it still offers moments of uniqueness that continue to fascinate enthusiasts. Many collectors appreciate the 1983 coin for the balance it strikes between tradition and progress. The design remains largely unchanged, honoring President Roosevelt with the same dignified profile and iconic inscriptions that have become synonymous with American coinage. However, subtle differences in the minting process have led to variations in detail that only a practiced eye can fully appreciate. For instance, some specimens display an exceptionally crisp and detailed rendering of the lettering and fine lines on Roosevelt's face, a quality that sets these coins apart from their counterparts produced in other years. Auction records have shown that even within this relatively modern issue, condition and mint errors play a pivotal role in driving up the coin's value. A well-preserved 1983 dime, especially one graded in high mint state condition like MS 65 or better, often commands a premium among collectors. There have been instances where coins from this year, particularly those that boast an almost flawless strike or an unusual die mark, have garnered bids that exceed expectations. The improved quality control in 1983 means that while errors are rarer than in earlier years, when they do occur, they are prized for their scarcity and the story they tell about the transition in minting techniques. What adds an extra layer of intrigue to the 1983 dime is the narrative of its production. There's a whisper among seasoned collectors about a small batch of coins that, during the transition to newer machinery, experienced a brief moment of misalignment, a fleeting glitch that resulted in a subtle, yet distinctive, pattern on the coin's edge. Such stories are often passed around at coin shows and among private collectors, enhancing the allure of the 1983 dime by connecting it to a tangible moment in minting history. This anecdote not only reinforces the coin's historical significance but also serves as a reminder of the delicate balance between human oversight and mechanical precision in the art of coin production. Condition is a critical aspect of the 1983 dime's appeal. Coins that have been well preserved over the decades continue to draw admiration because they retain that pristine quality reflective of their time at the mint. In contrast, those that have been heavily circulated may show signs of wear that diminish their visual impact, though they still hold historical value. Collectors often discuss how a coin's journey, from its first minting to its current state, can significantly influence its market worth. A coin with minimal wear, exhibiting clear details and robust design elements, is seen as a keeper, one that not only has monetary value but also encapsulates the essence of an era. The market for the 1983 dime has evolved as collectors have become increasingly discerning. Over the years, the coin's value has been bolstered by a combination of its inherent design qualities and the relative scarcity of high-grade examples. When compared to coins from earlier eras, the 1983 dime may seem less exotic at first glance. However, its modernity brings a different kind of appeal, a blend of the familiar with a touch of innovation that speaks to the evolution of American minting practices. In auctions, collectors have noted that coins with a flawless strike, clear lettering, and a balanced profile are highly sought after, often fetching prices that underscore the coin's status as a modern classic in the world of numismatics. Beyond the technical details, there are stories that animate the 1983 dime with a sense of personality. Some collectors recall the excitement of discovering one in an unassuming collection or even at a local flea market, where the coin's understated design belied its true value. One memorable tale involves a seasoned collector who stumbled upon a near-mint 1983 dime hidden among a box of seemingly ordinary coins. The moment of realization, that this was a piece in exceptional condition, sparked a renewed passion for coin collecting and an appreciation for the intricate details that make each coin a unique artifact. These personal experiences add a human touch to the coin's history, transforming it from a mere object into a cherished memory for those who understand its deeper significance. Collectors also pay close attention to the fine distinctions that determine the coin's overall grade. The difference between a coin that has been well handled and one that remains untouched since its release can be quite dramatic. A 1983 dime in pristine, uncirculated condition is a testament to both careful storage and the enduring quality of the minting process. In contrast, a circulated coin, even with slight wear, carries with it the story of its journey through countless transactions and the passage of time. This dichotomy, between the immaculate and the time-worn, highlights the complex interplay between preservation, rarity, and value. The market has shown that coins in exceptional condition are not only a source of pride but also a wise investment for those who understand the nuances of coin grading. The evolution in minting technology in 1983 also meant that collectors began to see more uniformity in design across different mint facilities. This uniformity, while generally positive, occasionally led to subtle variations that serve as markers for the coin's origin. Identifying these variations requires a keen eye and a deep understanding of the minting process, making the discovery of a rare deviation all the more rewarding. For example, a coin bearing a slightly different die mark might indicate a particular batch from one mint facility, adding an element of exclusivity to that specimen. Such details not only enhance the coin's collectible status but also provide a tangible link to the historical context in which it was produced. In the years following its release, the 1983 dime has steadily cemented its reputation among collectors. Its blend of modern minting techniques with a timeless design has made it a favorite among those who value both historical context and technical precision. Auctions continue to reveal a healthy demand for coins that represent the best of what the 1983 production run had to offer. Whether it's the story of an unexpected error, the pride of owning a coin in flawless condition, or the joy of uncovering a hidden gem in a larger collection, the 1983 dime resonates with collectors on multiple levels. As we wrap up our exploration of this remarkable coin, it becomes clear that the allure of the 1983 U.S. $1 dime extends far beyond its surface. It's a testament to the enduring appeal of American coinage, a snapshot of a moment in time when tradition met modernity, and a reminder of the subtle surprises that can transform an everyday object into a treasure worth cherishing.